I was proud tonight to see Formula 734 performing first, as this is the 5th iteration of the Formula 734 program. We started right after COVID, myself and the Washtenaw County, my brother's keeper. One of the lasting principles that we had for them was that music decorates time. The music that we make will always be specific to the time at which we made it. And it will tell a story to us as artists about what we were going through during that time. So, my music decorates time. Luck can't compensate for grind. I dug the battle lines. How dare somebody hate on mine? I chose a different path. Lesson plans, reading, math. Life was hard outside our building, but there we made them laugh. To think how bad I wanted strangers just to take a note. When it's a couple thousand saying that Wallace is the GOAT. Everybody know what a GOAT is? You'll be amazed at the things that love can provoke. He's broke and stole a coat, but he left it by Big Wallace's door. DMs and texts to this day saying that I saved their soul. I wasn't preaching. I was praying they would slay a goal. So when I'm gone, I'm going to let this pen pay my toll. Paper can lay and fold, but could it ever make you whole? I wrote that song after I left River Rouge and became the director of EMU Upward Bound from 2018 through 2024. I used to tell people that I was a recovering principal. And to this day, people will ask me, you had a job in higher ed? When I was a principal, I used to ask God sometimes, like, oh my gosh, just give me a job where I can check on a small group of kids and send emails and do PowerPoints and stuff like that. And I got it. I did. And I was honored for that. I was happy about that. So people say, why did you go back? Why did you go back? When I got back, they told me 3 things. They said, Wallace, if you're going to do this, we want all of our kids to be enrolled. We want all of our kids to be employed. We want all of our kids to be enlisted. I said, okay, we can make this happen as long as I'm able to add 2 more to that. We want all our kids to be empowered. We want all of our kids to be enlightened. We want all of our kids to know that they are loved when they walk in the door. We want all of our kids to know that despite their shortcomings and our own, this is a place where they can feel safe, where they can feel not judged, and where they can come for comfort. Because when I was there as the principal from 2014 to 2017, I won't say that it was hard, but what I will tell you is that I spent long days calling plays in hallways. Hugs for young thugs who win or lose in between ball games. Teach small games, they in class misspelling ball names. Dodging dodges in traffic, log to log, like that frog game. See, our kids bounce in between struggles. The struggles that happen at home become a different struggle at school, and vice versa. There was a guy that was there when I first there named Tay. Tay was a big guy. Everybody would ask him, why don't you play football? For those of you who don't know, Rouge is a football school. Big time football school. Why don't you play football? I don't want to play football. He was big, he was sweet, he was loyal. Outside of the building, it was calamity on a daily basis. When he was there, he was traumatized. And he came to our building for safety. as I watched this man-child grow into a 6'3", hairy-faced man in high school, I could see the intimidation from people. But he never, ever caused me an issue. One day, he was out of control. He was angry. I knew that his parents drank, or his grandmother drank. I knew he didn't have a relationship with his parents. I knew what he was facing outside. He was so out of control that the police had to be called. And I will never forget the day when I saw a policeman snap out a billy club on him in the copy room. Needless to say, he had been persistently disobedient. On this day, he had threatened an instructor. He wasn't following our instructions, and we never really got a chance to find out why that day was like that. He was subsequently suspended and expelled from our school. And I've had students who, I was a teacher before I was an administrator. I was a teacher for 8 years. I was an administrator for 10 before we even got to this point. I've lost kids, several kids, accidents, physical ailments, incarceration, violent death, suicide. But this was different, because I knew as an administrator I had the ability to make a difference. About 9 months after Tay left our school, he was found in an abandoned home, passed away violently. That guilt lives with me to this day. And that's why this work is so important. In higher ed, I had a chance to step out of that environment and learn that I had sanctioned violence and done harm to kids. And I can say that honestly to you tonight. And so when I finished my work in higher ed, I had earned my PhD. I had supported students in Upward Bound. I had the fantastic opportunity to work with the staff and students at Ypsilanti. An opportunity came for me to go back and right my wrong. And so I said, not only will they be enrolled, employed, and enlisted, but they will be empowered. They will be enlightened. That was my charge. Today in that space, we have cut out of school suspensions by 50% at this time last year. Unless you are having a physical issue, we're going to have to figure it out together. That's our philosophy. We are a trauma-informed environment. We acknowledge the fact that not only do our kids come to us with trauma, but we have trauma. And we manifest our trauma towards them. Right. We are a culturally fluent school. Our kids can wear hoodies at school. Our kids can wear stocking caps at school. You know, we don't judge that. If a kid need a retwist, we get it. It's cool. You're here, and you're ready, and you have what you need. We are a socially engaged school, where the first question that we ask after about what's going on with a student, what are you a part of? Are you in band? Are you in dance? Are you in multimedia production? Are you an athlete? Are you in academic games? Are you in debate? Because our kids need to belong to something. Our kids who don't belong to things don't have the attachment. For our staff, I model seeking to understand before seeking to be understood. I model that every day. My first response is not what a student's history is. My first response is to just try to understand where they are today. What happened before you came to school today? We read a book as a staff called Changeable, and it talks about how We have to shift our belief as educators that students are not doing what we ask as a matter of skill versus it being their will. Students are not doing what they are supposed to do potentially because they have not been taught the skills to do so. So why don't we focus on a skill than just thinking solely that this person is being disrespectful or this person is not doing it because they dislike us, which can be the case, especially if your trauma is infecting the classroom as a teacher. We teach language and communication. These are the ways we advocate for ourselves. When you have an issue, this is the pathway. This is things that we assume kids know, but they don't. They haven't done it in an environment. We teach emotion and self-regulation. We talk about breathing. We have kids who come to us and say, can I just come and sit with you? Because I need to regulate myself. That's powerful. We teach attention and working memory. We do practice long-term focus. Can we sustain our focus for 45 seconds? We're talking about an auditorium of 300, 400, 500 kids at a time. And when we are up talking, it is quiet like this. There are no sideline conversations. This is what we work with our students, and this is what we celebrate them for. So, and we also teach about flexible thinking, the understanding that everybody is not like you. We really work with that, and we also work with them on understanding that it's our job to stick up for each other the right way, as well as our individual actions make the difference. So, with that, I stand before you as a school leader that understands the impact of student advocacy. I am a griot, true to the people. My language arts are lethal. Lethal. A kingmaker for decades, giving lanes to weave through. I build war machines like Don Cheadle. My general stripes come from giving my life to fighting evil. My progeny roams the colony, address you properly. Broadcasters, lawmasters, strong leaders, they got to be. You see, my sons and my daughters are like stock to me. And to see them prosperous is like guap to me. It ain't mythology, it's all done methodically. So taking charge is a God thinking logically. I got a bone to pick with those who on a solo trip, dolo, emotionless, they don't even got a bowl to pitch. By raising children, we are nation building. We lace the willing, and if they're not, we make it relation driven. I'm 2% like milk. See the stilts on which the kingdom is built. I grab the sword by its hilt. I'm a black man in education. Thank you.